How to do it. Let me show you how to do it.
Hi guys, so today I have a 2013 Ford F150 and we're going to be replacing brake pads on the rear one. I already did the front one, so if you want to see the video, I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can see how the front ones are done. So now we're doing the rear ones. So the first thing you need to do is, of course, loosen up the lug nuts, and I already did that, so it's better to loosen it up while it's on the ground before you jack it up. And because once you jack it up, then you can't really do that. So mine is already loosened up, and I can just remove it like that. Now before I jack it up, I just remove like 4 of them and just leave 2 of them. Well, the better is if you leave them crossed, but I already removed it, so it's all good. We're gonna go ahead and jack up the car. Is okay. First thing we need to do is compress the brake pads. Now this is just a C-clamp. You have to be careful. Now you can see somehow this rope is all tangled up on the back. I don't know how it got there, but that's not good. Whoever worked on this before may have left it. So I don't see what the purpose of this thing is. But they have tangled up from somewhere. Anyways, good thing we got it out. Alright, so now I'm going to put the C-clamp. Be careful with the C-clamp. You don't want to put the back end on the pipes that's holding your brake fluid. It's a lot easier on the front one. Back when you really have to find a good spot to do that, because these are a lot smaller, the rear brake pads. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up the reservoir for the brake fluid, so we have enough room for the fluid to move on. You see it's already creating a lot of room. That's what you want. Alright, so I think it's enough. And now we need to loosen up these 2 top bolts. Let me get closer. So there is a bolt right there. Right here, this one. And then we have another one right here. So these 2 needs to be loosened up, and then this whole caliper will come off. We're going to work on the brake pads. Right over here. Now these are number 13, so okay, so we're going to screw this. And And let me just go ahead and hook it to something so it does not fall off, because there's this line right there, the brake fluid, and if it gets damaged, then it's a lot of work. Hold this. Okay. There you go. As you can see, the piston is in all the way. You can even rest it right here. And just now you can work on this so you can see. This one is pretty warm. In fact, really, really warm. Oh wow. So this is damaged. Yep, because it was just way too warm. So the rear ones definitely needs to be, the rotors definitely needs to be replaced. No question about it. As you can see, very much damaged. Okay, this is the other side. I just want to show you. So all I did was just hammer this thing. Just hammered really hard, and it came out. So this is what the inside looks like. And what I do is spray it with brake cleaner, make sure it clean all the get all the dust and everything out, and then put the anti-seize on there. So this is the anti-seize lube, and you put the anti-seize lube on there, so next time when you're doing this job, it's going to come out a lot easier. You probably don't even have to hammer it or anything like that. And also put some anti-seize on this, and that's pretty much it. Then we're gonna go ahead and install the new one, and the new one just basically fits right in, and then all you have to do is install this part. So this is what came out from there, and as you can see, I installed the new clips. The new clips goes exactly the same orientation as the old ones, and then of course you have to do the maintenance on these pins. So I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it right now. As you can see how dirty they are, so I'm going to go ahead and clean these, do the maintenance on these, put some high temperature grease on there, and then we can put everything back to normal. You can see I removed the old one, and it's very simple to remove it. Basically, before you even try to remove the rotor, what you have to do is remove this bolt right there and remove this bolt right there. And you know, this one is an 18mm bolt, so if you remove these two bolts, this whole mechanism just comes off, you know. So we already removed this part, which was held by these two screws, and now we just remove those two, and this whole thing just comes off. And once this thing is come off, like, you know, this is an individual piece by itself, so you can keep it on the side. It's not connected to anything else. And what you can do is you definitely need this hammer. And what I did was I beat the crap out of this whole thing, and you just beat it around, like, you know, all the way around. And now from here, once you remove this, you only have this much room to really hit the hammer from the back side. So since over here is plating, so you definitely don't want to hammer any of this part. So only hammer it from here, and then keep hammering all around. Hammer from here, keep hammering all around. You know, you just have to keep hammering, and don't worry, you're not going to break anything. And you know, eventually you're going to see that this thing starts to move a little bit or wobble a little bit, and that's when you know you just have to keep hitting it. And the key is to hit it right from here really hard. And you know, it's not going to work with the mallet. You have to have a proper hammer, and that's it. You know, it just came right off, and I slammed the new one in. That's it. Very simple. There are brake pads inside. I would not even worry about it. You know, I just put mine right on, and everything works fine, you know, unless you have some issues with the brake hand brakes, you know, but this had no issues, so that's it. And then you just put the new clips on. These are the clips, you know, that I removed the old ones. Old ones were like this, and they're just easy clip on. It just clips on to this mechanism that you remove, and it's a lot easier once you have this whole piece out. You know, you can go ahead and install the clips at that time, and then it's just a matter of putting the inner one in. And as you can see, these are labeled inner and outer. So right here it says outer, so inner, outer, you know, it's already in. And once this thing is in, then we're gonna go ahead and install that, and that should complete our job. So let me go ahead and put that on, and I'm gonna screw it on.